turn to ban.
Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to the Redbull ECL. This is our third and final match of the evening. It's a two-game set between Tongfu and Titan. Both of the teams have gone 0-2 so far today, matched up against Team DK, so a pretty important match for both teams. A reminder, of course, that the playoff format is a bubble race, so fourth place third, winner of that plays second, winner of that plays first, and that's your grand final. So every single game is very important for each team. It's a best of two round robin, or not a best of two, depending on whether or not you hate the term best of two. But I'm Basecamp here providing coverage on behalf of Beyond the Summit. Of course, we had some delays because of Hearthstone, but that's just the nature of the beast, guys, with these LAN competitions. So apologies for that. And joining me, of course, as we get underway is Winter. So Winter, how you doing?
I'm good. What are you looking forward to see from Titan this time around? Do you want to see the same old 4 protect 1 strat?
I don't know. Did you catch Sean's tweet during the break?
10 seconds
yeah, I did.
remaining.
Yeah, what was it? It was.
He was hoping that Titan would play something different apart from 4-1.
Yeah, shouldn't play 4-1. Your players are good, and they can play a lot of different things. Were Chon's words. So we'll see if Titan have taken some inspiration from that, or like you said, they haven't had a lot of practice recently. It's a bit dangerous to play outside of your comfort zone, especially against a team like Tong Fu. So we might just see them return to to more of the same. Looks like Tong Fu expect that. They're going to ban at the Nature's Prophet and the Naga Siren, so not wanting to have to deal with any split push Dota whatsoever, and we'll see what Titan can get their hands on. Last game they picked up the Elder Titan in this situation and are going to end up doing the same thing here.
Tong Fu's turn to pick.
Oh, Wind Ranger and Elder Titan opening. This is something very, very weird.
Yeah, this is a little bit out of the ordinary at the moment. We did see them play Elder Titan and Wind Ranger, I believe, a little bit earlier in the day, but Elder Titan was one of their opening picks. The Windrunner opening pick is honestly a little bit surprising, given that there's still a Visage in the pool. There's still a lot of other heroes that are picked a lot more highly and banned a lot more highly than your Windrunner / Windranger.
Tong Fu's turn to ban.
Maybe it's because it doesn't give away anything, and whatever Titan have in mind now is still fairly concealed. Probably that's the reasoning, but if you pick a CM here, it still doesn't give away what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I guess the one thing that you can say about the Windranger is that if they need to, they can run it mid. ky.xy handles it pretty well. It can also support, so I guess in that way it gives away a little bit less information, but I don't know. I'm still not a huge fan of it. We'll see how it goes here for Titan.
Yeah, Wind Ranger can certainly be played in multiple roles, so we'll be waiting to see what are the next picks to determine the position of Wind Ranger that's going to be playing in this game. And Titan is going to take out Storm Spirit once more. This hero has been banned, I think, almost every game, starting from the first game. DK got it one game, and that's about it. Every game he's been banned.
Yeah, he's a very difficult hero to deal with, I guess. When you're picking for counter push and you're picking for, to counter split push and all this kind of thing, sometimes stun can go a little bit by the wayside, and I guess in a lineup with no stuns, you do not want to be up against a Storm Spirit. So, Titan just going to be getting rid of that. They do, of course, have a Shackle Shot, so, a little bit of a way to deal with them had it be picked, but just don't want to deal with it this game. And also going to end up banning out the Clinks here. So do you think we're maybe moving towards that Miracle Morphling, or we'll see.
Could be, because Storm Spirit and Clinks are two of the best heroes currently in the current meta that deals with all those heroes that farm alone and you get killed. You're always afraid. Keeper of the Light is a sign that something is coming along the way of that.
Is it the Lanceman? I think it has to be the Phantom Lancer. I've seen them run. I don't know if I've seen them run other stuff with the Keeper of the Light. So we'll see. And I guess Yeah.
Apart from Naga, nothing else.
Oh yeah, yeah. Of course they run the Naga as well,
10
and I guess the
seconds remaining.
the early picks from Titan make a little bit more sense. All they want is so
5
much
seconds
spam.
remaining.
They want Elder Titan spam. They want Power Shot spam. They want Illuminate spam.
Reserve
They just
time.
want to hold on to their towers for as long as possible to let Miracle do his thing. So we're gonna see what Tongfu can do. They probably need a good initiator, get back behind the tower. The Clockwork's already been banned. The Storm Spirit's already been banned. So a lot of your jump in and do things heroes have been removed. So we'll see how Tongfu are going to end up breaking this line of defense. Dragon Knight's a nice start.
Radiant team
Lancer
pick.
is not very ideal against Timbersaw. Timbersaw counters Lancer very badly.
Tong
And
they're
Fu's
still gonna do
turn
it.
to pick.
They're
It's
still,
already a
they're still
very-
going to do it.
It's already a very good setup for the Lancer. It's all the spam in the world to defend, and hopefully he gets maxed out and kills everybody.
That is the hope. That is the pretty much the only strategy that Titan have right now. Tongfu, if they want to try and take this towards the mid game, there's still a gyrocopter available to give them a little bit of extra power.
10
And you'd like to
seconds
see
remaining.
a Pugny. You want to see some fast push, Winter.
Yeah, not to
5
mention the blast is
seconds
also a
remaining.
very good way to clear out the pesky illusions of the Phantom Lancer. Netherward is
Reserve
good against the
time.
spam of Wind Ranger, Elder Titan, and Keeper of the Light. So that could be the one-shot solution
Yeah.
for all three heroes.
So okay, Tongfu looks like they are going to be going down the
Radiant team
pushing
push.
avenue here. So they pick up the Chen. So they've got some heals. They've got a way to sustain their push through all of this spam. I guess another hero that comes to mind, only maybe because we saw it in the DK game just a little bit earlier, is the Juggernaut. He's not amazing against
10
Phantom
seconds
Lancer, but
remaining.
in terms of pushing into a Keeper of the Light, Elder Titan, and Wind Ranger, you stop caring about the Illuminate if you've got a
Tongfu's
healing
turn
ward,
to
but probably
ban.
not the best
Yeah,
option for Tongfu.
I like the idea of the Juggernaut here. Juggernaut could do safe lane, DK middle, Timbersaw off lane, and early pushing. Skip the critical strike and just get the healing ward. Could be a very good idea.
Yeah. Early push, you
10
get to tier
seconds
1s, you pick up a
remaining.
Roshan, you keep on pushing, maybe you get a Shadow Blade on your Dragon Knight,
5
get behind the
seconds
tower,
remaining.
stun the Keeper of the Light, kill him off. And I guess a Shadow Blade on the Dragon Knight as well is going to be
Reserve
nice to
time.
put at least a little bit of pressure on the Phantom Lancer while he's off split pushing, just so he has to be a little bit of afraid of somebody popping up, getting stunned, and then everybody else jumping in on him. So we'll see.
He's just a very long forgotten hero. He used to get picked quite a fair amount of games, but
Radiant team pick.
after some time he got dropped. He got like no one wanted to pick Juggernaut anymore. He used to be really popular with the pushing with the Chen healing ward, and he fell off. And now it seems like after the last game where DK used it, Juggernaut seems to fit in certain scenarios really well.
Yeah, he's just he's a fun hero to play and watch as well. So I'm gonna keep suggesting him. I keep suggesting things like
10 seconds
I think I keep suggesting all the early push strats: Shadow Shaman, Death Prophet.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know. Maybe I just want to see faster games after all the delays. but we'll
Maybe
see.
Death Prophet
Reserve
would be
time.
very good if they change something about him. I feel like I'm always feeling weird about the way her ultimate works. Why does the lifesteal come after the ultimate ends, not during the ultimate?
Yeah, and like you have no control over it either, so you can't even choose to end the ultimate early to survive.
To regen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe one day, maybe Death Prophet will get some tweaks. The ghosts did get buffed a lot. They do a lot of damage now, but the problem remains just keeping the Death Prophet alive. Maybe we'll see one team pull it together. And
Tong Fu's
Titan actually
turn
going to end
to
up
pick.
going for the Magnus here. So we're looking at offlane Elder Titan. Titan have so much spam. They have Shockwave, Illuminate,
It's
Power
ridiculous.
Shot, Ancestral Spirit.
You don't even need that
yeesh.
much spam. The creep wave is already dead.
Yeah, there's no need to have that much spam. I guess they've also got some ways to boost the Phantom Lancer's farm. Not only do they have the Keeper of the Light to keep him fueled with mana, they
10
can also just
seconds
drag him around the
remaining.
map with the recall, and Magnus can maybe throw out a couple
5
of
seconds
of
remaining.
empowers and give him a little bit of extra flash farm there.
Not many reliable stunts still.
Reserve
No,
time.
not many. Aside from landing a big RP, that's pretty much it. And a shackle shot. But not reliable.
I still think Pugna could be a very good option here. To end the Phantom Lancer's reign in this game, you push
No,
quicker.
this is again another situation where it's like, can Tongfu end the game in 20-25 minutes before the Phantom Lancer is actually scary at all? Though this is a little bit different from the Anti-Mage, I suppose, because you can...
What?
Oh. What? Morphling's not very good against PL.
No,
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not even
Why?
remotely.
But why?
Is Zhou trying to, like...
You copy his illusions and you make your own army. That's the solution.
Maybe. I mean, I'm like, oh, wait. This is Tongfu. This isn't Titan. This isn't a Miracle Morphling. This is a Zhou Morphling. I mean, we've seen this before back during the era of Morphling, but it strikes me as a little bit strange here. So we'll see what Tongfu are going to be able to do with it. It gives them some extra carry power, but after seeing the Chen pick up ZSMJ, I really thought that they were going to be a little bit more aggressive than this.
Doesn't really synergize well with the DK. Half of their draft is aggressive, and the last part was like, doesn't fit.
Yeah. Oh well, we'll see what Tongfu can do here. We'll see if Titan are going to be able to stall this game out to 40-50 minutes and then beat everybody to death with the Phantom Lancer. So let's introduce our teams. Both of them are down 0-2 so far in terms of game standings for this competition. So again, a pretty big game for both of them. This is game 1 of the 2-game series, best of 2, or whatever you want to call it. It's technically not best of 2, but I think people can appreciate that that's just shorthand for it's 2 games, 3 points if you 2-0, 1 point each if you draw, and no points if you lose. So over on Tongfu, we've got Sansheng handling the Rubik. We are going to have Kabu over on the Timbersaw. Mu is going to be on the Dragonite, Zhou on the Morphling, and we've got the SMJ handling the
30
Chen.
seconds to battle.
On the Radiant side, we have ky.xy on the Magnus. Ohio will be handling the Elder Titan. Net will be playing the Keeper of the Light. Extinct will be on the Wind Ranger. And Miracle will be on the Rat. Phantom Lancer. On the army of rats.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of rats this game if Titan have their way. Miracle's going to poke his head into the Roshan pit, just check out if anything cheeky is going on from Tongfu. I am looking forward to seeing ky.xy back on the Magnus. He's made some huge plays on Mag before, and I guess we'll see if he's going to be able to do the same thing in this game. They need him to do pretty well to prolong this game.
This is a sign of the game. The first rune Phantom Lancer gets is an illusion rune. This is a sign of the game to come. Oh boy.
Oh, Winter, don't do this to me, buddy. This is sounding scary. Random range creep is going to be chasing after that illusion, so he's off on a little bit of a journey, at least until they reach that cliff. And looks like lane's pretty much panning out as you would expect. Magnus versus DK is one of the most boring mid matchups I think ever. They both just bottle crow, spam the wave, and they're both going to get their farm. So unless ky.xy gets like a skewer back into the tower or something like that, I wouldn't expect too much action to be happening here.
Maybe from the Rubik and a Chen. The Keeper of the
Maybe.
Light and Wind Ranger are certainly not going to do anything at all.
Yeah, they're both just going to be stacking the jungle, securing additional farm for Miracle, and just setting him up as best they can. We have seen them run this strategy to great success in the past. They're very diligent in pulling and stacking and making the most out of the map, but we'll see if they're going to be able to do the same thing this game.
It's going to be a very long, drawn-out game with the morphing pick as well. I think it might come down to like 60 minutes or something like that, 50-60 minutes.
If it goes long, the longer the game goes, the more I do start to favor Titan. But I guess if both the DK and the Morphling have some good farm, they should be able to do all right.
Yeah, the main concern is also whether the Phantom Lancer's illusions will turn back to haunt him later with the Morphling Replicate. So that could be a very viable option to deal with him later on with the Morphling.
Yeah, we have seen some teams. Well, we saw some teams back when the Phantom Lancer was extremely popular. Shadow Demon and Enchantress.
Oh no! No, my nightmare was Shadow Demon and Rubik. The Rubik stole Disruption, and oh my god.
Yeesh. Wait, so you had the Shadow Demon on the Phantom Lancer's team?
It was 1 year ago during G League.
And it's haunted you ever since.
I just have the image in my brain. Monkeys everywhere. Because the Chinese call it the Phantom Lancer monkey.
Oh, okay. There've been hints at what's it? The Monkey King hero or something in Dota 1 with the recent quests, so maybe we'll actually have Wukong. Who knows? But anyway, for the time being, nothing too interesting is going on the map. Ohio's just grabbing a little bit of farm. ZSMJ still jungling.
He's going for stats as well. Wow, that's not expected. Phantom Lancer with his lance and stats.
Gives him a little bit of extra spamming mana, a little bit of extra farming capability, I guess. Yeah, we'll see. We're gonna cop some harassment mid. There was a Hellbear in here a little bit earlier. ky.xy actually has 2 points up in the skewer. We're just gonna be forced to bottle back up into safe range, and he's gonna be fine. But, So Winter, okay, first move's on its way. Sansheng and ZSMJ making
they
their way
have to be the ones that make the first move because the Keeper of the Light and the Wind Ranger are never going to make their first move. It's all about the Rubik and the Chen.
Okay, there is a little bit of a clue here for Ohio that something is about to happen. The supports are missing, and Zhou has turned on his Bassi. So,
and he was pushing the wave.
yeah, Ohio's like, look, something is going on here. This isn't right. So I'm just gonna go head over to the trees, pop this, reveal the smoke, and then just sit back by my tier 2. So we'll see if Tongfu is still gonna be able to get this tower down.
Yeah, I thought they might have went and rotated over to middle because Dragon Knight has a stun. Easier to get the kill there in middle lane against the Magnus, as long as they chain their spells properly. Now the Chen is going all the way back.
Yeah, the Chen is actually stealing the creep wave so that they can bring down the tier 1.
Okay, this is going to be quite a significant quick tier 1 at level 4, 4 minutes or so. And the Rubik and Chen will be looking forward to, I think, go to middle lane as soon as possible. The DK is going to reach his level 6 in this wave.
Yeah, the one big thing for Tongfu right now is to make sure that they pull the wave back after doing this, otherwise they're going to give a lot of additional farm to Ohio. So that's what you can see from Tongfu right now. They've pulled it into the side, and actually dragging the creep wave all the way around the tower meant that they could sort of reset the lane equilibrium right away. So nice little play because of that as well.
Yeah, definitely. Pulling the creep wave is very important after you push the tower, so the carry can farm in a safe region and the offlaner doesn't get too much of experience and gold.
Yeah, because against
well
a competent offlaner is going to keep it right under the shadow of his tier 2 tower for as long as he possibly can and get a whole bunch of levels, and that's not what you want. You don't want to have your carry in danger either. So Tongfu, another smoke picked up. Let's see what they can make of this.
Middle lane. The ward actually spotted them picking up the smoke, I think.
Yeah, they don't have a very good ganking creep at the moment, unfortunately. So it looks like ZSMJ might have to do a little bit of farming. No, actually just going to pick up the Satyr and...
I don't think they should wait. They should go as soon as they're ready as well. Maybe place a ward. That's about it.
Yeah, Moo's already chipping away at this tower. Tongfu just trying to get active and aggressive, force their way into the jungle. This is very similar to what you see against an anti-mage. You want to bring down the tier 1 mid and the tier 1 on his safe lane as quickly as you possibly can, just so you can start running smokes and really restrict all of those stacks and additional farm that the supports are trying to set up. But this is where the spam starts to make its way in for Titan. They might be a little bit too late here. The tier 1 tower is already dropping quite low. Best case scenario, maybe they get the deny off. Moo gonna run in, does end up getting Elastic ky.xy. Not enough mana for an RP. They are gonna lift up Ohio, and looks like Moo is gonna be just fine. I think ZSMJ came in there considering the send back, but not gonna end up going for it. So Titan bring 4 heroes to mid lane, but they don't even manage to deny their tier 1 there.
The Magnus is actually having quite a tough time against DK after the creep from Chen harassed him at the start, and he was forced to actually TP back to base just now. He's going to TP towards bottom lane. He doesn't have a mana boots. His mana pool is not very good now.
They're going to drop the RP on Kabu. He's got a skewer back as well, and a shockwave. Only the shockwave.
Oh no.
Kabu going to pop the salve, Timber Chains away. He's going to be fine.
I think he should have used skewer instead of the shockwave.
Yeah, it's what, 225 damage versus 140, but if you skewer him, you might interrupt the Timber Chain and get another lance down. So,
yeah, that was the better option, I feel. Unless you had enough mana for everything, then it's different.
Yeah, if he had his Arcane Boots up, then definitely a different story. But like you said, he struggled a little bit mid, and that's all because of ZSMJ just throwing creeps at him during the early game. We saw a Hellbear getting up in his face a little bit early on, and normally this matchup I feel is pretty even. Both heroes again just spam and get their CS, but Moo is actually leading by 20 right now, so doing very well for himself.
He needs his Arcane Boots very badly to be able to contribute a lot to his team. The Keeper of the Light can't be there all the time to just give him mana. Talking about Keeper of Light, have you seen there's a video recently about how Keeper of Light can jungle on the dire side.
Oh yeah, yeah. The like 5-minute mech or
Yeah,
something
that
like
was,
that.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. We've seen strategies similar in the past. Like I saw a video about jungling Luna over there. There was also one I've seen MMY to Great ky.xy is going to get lifted here back into a Dragon Tail. He's actually in some trouble. Got a skewer to maybe get away here, but doesn't want to drag anyone along with him. So he's actually going to skewer over the top of the cliff. He doesn't have a TP scroll, but he does have a regenerate to pop and get back to full HP. He spots the courier, but not going to be able to do anything about it, and looks like he's just going to be able to sneak away.
Looking at the farm, both the carries are about similar, but the Morphling has one tower advantage to his side, and the Chen has Arcane Boots, so the push is going to commence pretty soon, and he's going to pop his tower 5 in one creep or two. They really should use this time to go for another tower. Oh no, Dragon Knight actually used his ultimate just for the middle gang trying to kill ky.xy. So maybe they'll just smoke with him or wait for a cooldown. Not very sure if they want to do that. They're gonna smoke.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised. I thought the Chen would be a higher level after they had 2 stacks on the medium camp and the big camp. But it looks like somebody else snuck in and soaked a little bit of that experience. But as you said, they are going to be smoking up. 3 heroes moving down towards bottom lane. And Miracle has the 1 point up in the Doppelwalk. Did they bring some anti-invis? They have a Sentry Ward. They throw it down already in the lane. Miracle gonna juke off to the side. Pops the Doppel, suspecting that they haven't used a Sentry over in the trees. And that's actually gonna be enough to get him off to safety.
He placed it too early, but never mind. They can still push the towers. Not a big deal. Nat will be here to try and slow down the push. Oh no, Dragon Knight actually teleported out, so maybe they're changing their plans now.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to be down here to apply a little bit of pressure. What do you make of the Phantom Lancer's build? He's actually gone for a drum as his first item. So
he always does drums on Illusion's hero. So when you build your Radiance, not only that, you give you stats and your Illusions move around the map quicker, so you can reach to places where you otherwise wouldn't have without the drums, and your Radiance burn will do more damage.
Yeah, I guess gives you extra distance for the duration.
Every tiny bit helps.
Yeah. So Miracle, just the drums first. Titan gonna clear up a little stack over in the jungle, grab some farm up on Ohio and Extinct, so things looking alright there. We've got the Dragon form back off cooldown for Mu, and he's got a double damage bottled up. So Tong Fu probably looking to make a move fairly soon. Zhou, what's he up to? Straight shotgun rush.
Very good timing for them to move. Straight shotgun rush is... Well, in this situation, if you're thinking about it, Tong Fu is forcing the push towards the towers, and the base defenders are hiding far away. Shotgun means the base defenders are going to go down easily. So I would say I agree to the choice of items he made. The only downside is he's going to farm a little slower than the Lincolns because you don't have that mana regen. You always want to spam your wave.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to use it for spammable farm. It is going to be, like you said, very good for blowing up the Wind Ranger, blowing up the Keeper of the Light especially. He's so squishy. Look at him.
Elder Titan. Yeah.
Below 600 hit points on this Keeper of the Light. That base strength nerf is actually pretty painful for him.
1 Iron Wound branch, 1 GG branch. That's about it.
Yeah, Tong Fu still just kind of sitting around. Right now, grabbing a little bit of extra farm. Maybe they wait for the Shadow Blade on the Dragon Knight before doing too much more.
Level 6 on Chen. He just popped level 6, so maybe they were waiting for that to happen.
Yeah, they're also very close to the Shadow Blade on the DK.
Smoke. They're gonna smoke.
Gold.
They're gonna smoke now. DK and Chen, maybe. Yeah, they're gonna smoke and just dictate the play from now on. This is actually quite a good chance they might catch out someone in the jungle because they just rotated out of the lanes and mostly the Phantom Lancer or the Keeper will be jungling. So if they catch out someone and kill, and tower will be easy to get.
Mu moves up. He knows the smoke's been revealed. Miracle doesn't actually have enough mana to doppelwalk. He's been caught out. Blinding Light's gonna keep him alive for now. Mu gonna keep on chasing. Misses that first hit. Does he have a Breathe Fire? It's coming up in a couple of seconds. Gets the Dragon Tail out. 2 more right clicks to finish things off. That's actually your first blood. Net gonna be brought down by a Breathe Fire. Double kill. ky.xy drops the RP. It's only on 1. He'd like to kill off Sansheng if he can, but he gets finished off by the drive by Timbersaw. slams it in with the timber chain.
No, he actually panicked a little because he noticed they had vision of him on the sentry. They're gonna still chase Sancheng. Gonna get shackled, but not gonna latch on the tree. Timbersaw is gonna kill off. Actually, DK got the last hit, not Timbersaw.
Yeah, so killing spree already for Mu, but they bring down Extinct. Ohio manages to finish off Sancheng on the backside, but Tong Fu, very convincing, 4 kills. That's our first real engagement of the game, and they are going to be able to bring down this tier 1 tower as well. I guess the other thing that we failed to mention is you can replicate the Dragon Knight and just have corrosive breath forever. Like, whenever the DK ultimate is down, you can just have the illusion and push in towers. So I guess a nice little interaction as well.
Yeah, this is like really greedy for the Phantom Lancer not having any mana jungling there. That was just really greedy too. He spent every single bit of his mana and didn't have mana for Doppel Walk to escape.
You know, he's like 600 units away from the Keeper of the Light on the other side of the trees, but the gank arrived at just the wrong time. Unfortunately, Mu has his Shadow Blade up. He's spotted Miracle. Sancheng gonna go for the lift. They drop the Sentry Road. What's he stolen? It is the Lance. Is that gonna be enough damage to finish him off? It will. They needed that steal, and they will be able to pick up the kill.
That's gonna severely slow his farm, dying twice in a row like this. That's the problem with running such a passive playstyle for Protect 1. The enemy with the Chen and the Rubik is just dictating the play all over the map, and you can't really be safe anywhere you farm. That's the issue with this sort of playstyle.
Wow. Sancheng, that was a really aggressive move. He picks up the double damage, and then instead of lifting the Magnus or being worried at all, he just throws a Spirit Lance in his face and runs away.
Lane.
Yeah, waveform's up, but just gonna start morphing strength, pop his Ghost Scepter, and he's gonna be fine.
He's very close to his shotgun already. After that happens, maybe that's the timing for them to continue towards the tier 2 towers, or even go for a Roshan. They are controlling the whole map right now. If they go for Roshan now, might be difficult. They need more damage. They don't have enough damage to get unless they have a medallion.
Yeah, not a whole lot of damage. Sancheng not close to a medallion at all. He's just continuing to buy up wards so that SMJ can work on his mech. And Mu, well, he's Shadow Blading out, trying to find a couple more kills. Titan just retreating, throwing down sentry wards as they go. But Tongfu looking to make another move, so long as Mu doesn't get caught out here. Titan not going to do anything.
The Magnus is still very far away from his Blink Dagger. Without the Blink, I'm not sure if they can take any fights. Oh, Mu is coming in here. Sentry Ward gonna spot him out. That early Shadow Blade really applying so much pressure onto its Titan side. All of them are so scared behind their towers, and Morphing is able to free farm the whole map because of that.
And Morph only 200 gold away from finishing up his Ethereal Blade. I keep calling it Shotgun and I actually forgot the actual name for a second there. But anyway, Tongfu just still kind of milling around for right now. Kabu gonna keep on pressuring bottom lane. He's actually very farmed on the Timber Saw. Yes, he does have 3 tier 1 towers down and the gold in his pockets, but still very close to his Bloodstone.
Yeah, it comes with a price having supports that don't have stuns. Offlane like Timbersaw is just gonna get a lot of levels and farm. He's not that farm, but usually you don't get that much farm against 3 heroes in the lane.
Yeah, though, like we said, Titan spent quite a bit of time just stacking the jungle, pulling, securing their levels so that they could have this spam ready to go for this stage of the game. Tongfu are gonna head into the Roshan pit, but like you said, this is going to be excruciatingly slow. It's actually not too bad with Joe, with a lot of agi, but it's still gonna take a while.
The DK is actually doing a lot of damage to himself. It's not too bad, even without the medallion. Mech is gonna be completed after the Roshan goes down. Not particularly fast, considering that they were actually controlling the map, taking down all the towers.
Has fallen to the dire.
So, do you like Titan's chances at the moment? Winter, I hate to put you on the spot,
really.
but if you had to give me a number.
Not really. I feel if Tongfu plays their cards well, they are going to have a very good chance of winning. At least like 70 to 80% now. And Titan is left to 20.
Oh, Mu comes in behind the creep wave. Doesn't even need to use the Dragon Tail.
Quick.
Farewell, Keeper of the Light.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Whoa.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Just like when missing from the
Dire's
face
top
of her.
tower is under
I
attack.
think he got Ethereal Bladed and then the Breathe Fire just killed him. So
Ethereal Blade
that's that.
plus Breathe Fire. Not even a right click at all.
Yeah, he didn't even use the Shadow Blade right click
Radiant's bottom tower
on the
has
Keeper of the
fallen.
Light. He just exploded. And Moo actually gonna turn around, gonna see if he can find somebody. Ohio moves up, maybe a little bit too far. ky.xy here as well, not too far away from his Blink Dagger, but not gonna be ready for this fight. And Ohio is gonna end up dropping. Nice little pick off for Tongfu as well.
This is looking very, very bad already for Titan. The time is actually dwindling for the Phantom Lancer to farm. It's getting less and less and less.
And Miracle doesn't really have that much right now. The Timbersaw has actually surpassed him in terms of farm now.
Timbersaw is going to wreck the Phantom Lancer if Phantom Lancer is not reached. Illusions are just going to die to his combo.
Yeah, and with even if you have a Diffuse the Blade, if you have no illusions, you're not a threat to the Morphling, you're not a threat to the Dragon Knight, and you're just gonna end up dropping. So the Blink Dagger is up on ky.xy. He has some plays to make if Titan are gonna recover here.
Yeah, he needs to land very good RPs and make sure that the Rubik doesn't steal them at the same time. I would say Phantom Lancer has about 5 minutes or so left of farming time before these two tier 2 towers go down, and it also depends whether the Magnus is able to successfully win them a team fight. If they win a team fight, it will buy him extra another 2 to 3 minutes to farm. But if nothing happens and the tower goes down, probably 5 minutes is tops before they reach high ground.
If they can buy 4 minutes, I think the next 4 minutes are the most crucial just because that's the window where Tongfu still have the Aegis up. Maybe once that fades, they buy themselves a little bit of time for the next Roshan.
Tongfu needs a pipe to go up. Maybe on the Timbersaw. I guess the Timbersaw is a very good candidate to build it. Bloodstone plus pipe, very good against the lineup of Titan. Very durable Timbersaw. So I wouldn't say going for a pipe is not...
Attack.
It's gonna diminish the Timbersaw's carry potential, but make his team much stronger.
Ohio, not quite shotgun down. The Breathe Fire, not there. ky.xy tried to blink in, but it got cancelled by the Breathe Fire. So RP completely whiffs.
Oh boy, I think they saw it. They saw it. This tower is gone. This tower is gone without RP.
No, without RP, I think they just have to give away buildings until Tongfu just go away. And the only thing that they're going to be waiting for, like you said, is probably just a pipe. And then they're quite comfortable to push up onto the high ground. Kabu's just pressuring Miracle bottom lane. And oh man, that was a huge mistake from ky.xy.
He just reacted towards it when he saw the DK running up to try and get a stun, and he just reacted. That's all, and wasn't ready to anticipate the Breathe Fire coming out, cancelling his Blink Dagger. For the pipe, I'm not very sure if they'll build it on the Timbersaw. Personally, I feel that if I'm a Timbersaw this game, I would build the pipe, not the BKB, to help my team. Obviously, BKB is very good against the spam, but doesn't help your team.
Yeah, I guess your other option is maybe a Shiva's or something like that, but we'll see what he goes for.
I don't think the physical damage is his primary concern now, because the Phantom Lancer is not that fat.
Yeah, the Phantom Lancer is far from that. He almost has his Diffusal Blade, but again, needs a survivability item on top of that if he's going to do anything. Yes, he has Agi Treads right now, but he's still below 1.3k.
Look at the map, Basecamp. 5 minutes was too generous. When I said that, it was like minute 18 or 19, and the next 2 minutes they lost 2 tier 2 towers. Probably less than 5 minutes farming time left.
2 minutes of the time that you gave them have elapsed. So they have 3 minutes left. But looks like that was perhaps a little bit too much.
This looks really, really bad for them already.
Okay, so Titan are pretty much pinned inside their base, waiting for Tongfu to turn up. They're going to try and keep Miracle split pushing around the map, but Tongfu are doing a really good job of just handling all the lanes at all times. Kabu's bottom lane, Zhou's up on the top side, and well, Titan need an RP.
Do they have a gem?
Yes,
they need a
now
gem
they do.
too.
Sunshine just bought it.
It's gonna be the final piece to control the whole map, and that's it for Titan. They're gonna be stuck in their base for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, and Kabu actually going to pick up some boots of travel here. So just in case Miracle does manage to break outside of the base and get some split push going, he can go and deal with that by himself, and then BOT to the Chen creeps
That's not
if
bad.
they need him. So I think it's a pretty good pickup.
Yeah, it's pretty good against the Phantom Lancer. Means they are not gonna push anytime soon.
Yeah, it does suggest that they're preparing for the potential for a little bit of rat dodo. Zhou has managed to get himself a Phantom Lancer illusion here, but it's gonna actually end up being diffusal bladed by Miracle. He doesn't want to have to deal with a swarm of Phantom Lancers at all.
Yeah, but that's the least of his concerns right now. They're just gonna slowly chip away at the tower. That's why I feel in this situation here, having the pipe is better. Helps with the chipping, and you don't really have to rush things with the pipe. Just wait for the cooldown, rinse and repeat. Totally Chinese total style, safe and secure.
Yeah, there's nothing to risk at this point for Tong Fu, really. You sit far enough back where Titan can't initiate on you, you keep the lanes pressured in, maybe you wait around for the next Roshan, maybe you wait around for another item. But at this point, it's just going to be stalling for a little bit.
Every time Dragon Knight gets his ulti, he pokes his head forward, hits the tower one time. That's like just a slow death for the towers. But Tongfu are getting ready, like you said, for the long run. Boots of Travel is a long run item, getting ready for the long game.
Yeah, Titan, everybody is backing up Miracle. They're gonna drop an RP on Kabu here. They don't think that anybody is here to back him up. Hand of God's gonna keep him up and just gonna pop the Bloodstone Suicide. But he's gonna be back in 10 seconds, and RP's gonna be back in 100 seconds.
They can push for sure.
Yeah. I think the math works out for that one.
Double damage on Dragon Knight, Manta on Morphling. Okay, this is already a very good timing for them to go.
Yeah, I would be really surprised if Tongfu didn't just make an attempt at this. But Kabu's actually going to be TPing down to the bottom creeps, as opposed to TPing towards mid, so it looks like they are going to be waiting at least a little bit longer. Are they close to finishing up any items? Not really.
No,
Moose just bought a Reaver. Yeah, I think they're playing very patiently. I'm actually surprised.
Yeah. They are very, very patient. They just don't want... Like, I understand one mistake could cost them a lot of things, so they're just dewarding the map right now, possibly just waiting for the Aegis, the next Aegis, since Joe lost the Aegis already. Yeah, they're just very contented to just take it slow. They're not too worried. But beware.
Beware
the timing you give the Phantom Lancer farm.
Yeah, beware the PL. He will start chipping away at your buildings, start getting that gold back for his team, and a Phantom Lancer goes from feeling really insignificant to all of a sudden becoming huge.
From zero to hero.
Yeah, in no time flat. So we'll keep an eye on Miracle right now, but yeah, Kabu already using those BRTs to start dealing with the split push a little bit. Okay. However, there are some Titan heroes up here.
Kabu might be the receiving end of another RP. 5 seconds.
ky.xy comes up, jumps in, drops the RP. Do they have that Shackle shot coming in from the back lines? They do. They're going to skewer him back. Shackle's not going to latch, so they have a Hand of God.
Oh.
Okay, so another RP dropped. Another death for Kabu's. Joe going to jump in, not even able to finish off the Wind Ranger. She gets out.
The Phantom Lancer was so close to dying there.
Yeah, that was a nice little pickup for Titan, and maybe Tongfu regretting not going when the last RP was down. Titan have shown that they are more than willing to just keep dropping RPs to get kills.
They are going to take a long time to go high ground without a pipe, so dropping the RP on get one kill, you buy time to farm. That's not much of a big deal dropping your RP just to kill one hero. I think it's really good, and Tongfu have to avoid that. And the Timber Saw is not very tanky. He got a plate mirror. Oh my god, not a pipe. Oh boy.
I'm with you 100% on this one, Winter. I think the pipe is absolutely crucial to pushing up onto the high ground. If you can pipe your wave and then mech it as well, once the pipe fades, then you've got creeps up on the high ground. You can pop your Manta, you can send your Dragon Knight up and start working away at the tower, but without it, the sheer amount of spam on Titan means that they're never going to get a creep wave in range of the tier 3s.
This is a huge mistake on a tactical point of view. And not to mention they have the null field from the Rubik. It's going to provide them with a lot of resistance, plus the barrier from the pipe.
Yeah, so Tongfu are just going to continue kind of doing what they were doing. Roshan's respawn, so Moo's going to head in there. Looks like he's probably working towards a heart at the moment. Almost level 16 as well, notably. So Big Bad Frost Dragon on its way. Miracle, what's he got? He's finished up his diffusal play, just working in towards his Yasha right now. And looks like Tongfu should be able to get Roshan and hold on to this tier 1 top lane. Miracle isn't really split pushing that aggressively. He's a little bit afraid with heroes off the map.
He's gonna finish his Yasha diffuser. He's gonna start to push up really quick with the Yasha and the diffuser blade. Once he completes his manta, he's gonna be able to start taking down towers. And Joe is going back towards the Lincolns because he's taking so much harass and using a lot of mana. That's going to slow down his core items, but I guess it's alright getting the Lincolns. It's helpful against the Shackle and the mana leak at times.
Yeah, I think he kind of needs it for the playstyle that Tongfu are going for right now, with not really committing all into one push, just pretty content to keep Titan starved inside their base. They've managed to build up a pretty substantial lead, 20k gold, 15k experience, but all of that could change with 1 RP Earth Splitter, Phantom Lancer gets a triple kill, and then we're in a bad spot. But Tongfu, Aegis in hand, looks like they're willing to try and push up onto the high ground this time.
They just popped the Chen heal. To heal the creeps. Okay.
Since they were pushing bottom lane, or just the stomp going out. Mu, Zhou, head up onto the high ground. Earth Splitter coming in as well. Nice Shackle gonna go out, but it's only gonna connect on the Dragonite Illusion. Along with the Morphling, he's still got the Aegis, so he's gonna go back to work. Mu's still up here as well. They have managed to get Miracle back. Zhou
Look at the spam.
in some trouble. The spam continues. They managed to bring down the Morphling. Necrobook up onto the high ground, but they haven't even taken half of this tier 3 tower's health. RP attempted by ky.xy, but Zhou manages to waveform out. Oh man, that's another
so
disastrous RP.
That was so risky. They're just gonna continue now without the RP.
Okay, back we go. Tongfu gonna keep on chipping away. Zhou, Manta Style cooling down in just a second.
They can't. The creep dies too quickly without any pipe barrier. They just die. Even with the pipe barrier, I think if you eat the Illuminate, Power Shot, and Magnus Wave, and the Elder Titan Spirit, oh yeah, it's still gonna die regardless with the barrier or not.
Yeah, but okay, Tongfu successfully repelled. I guess the one thing to say that the trade was, it wasn't a trade. The Aegis was gone, and then they lost the RP for free. But Titan.
Power down to.
Yeah. Oh man, this is starting to look like it's going to be pretty drawn out. Necro 2 up on the Chen. Miracle eats the Ethereal Blade, but he's going to be fine to slink off into the shadows like the rat man that he is, and be dragged back by the Keeper of the Light. But yeah. Tongfu, I think they were expecting pushing up out of the high ground to be a little bit easier than it's turned out to be. What do you think, Winter?
Yeah, it shouldn't be like. I don't know, man. It feels like the pipe is just hurting them. Not having the pipe is going to slow things down a little. But now getting a pipe right now is not very helpful anymore. If he had gotten it before, it would be very helpful. But right now, I'm not even sure if it's going to be any difference. The hood will definitely help him survive against the spells, but helping the push maybe not so much anymore.
Yeah, and this is where we get to be Captain Hindsight, basically. It's like, well, look, if you'd had the pipe, you could have... As soon as that first RP got dropped on Kabu and he respawned within 10 seconds, you could have turned up in a lane, popped the pipe, gone up onto the high ground. But,
he didn't have enough money by then, but he would have completed at least the hood first. At least the hood. And you will be thinking the 2 times he got caught up by the RP, if he had like cloak or something, or at least a cloak, he almost survived there and it would have given him even more time to try and timber chain out. But he didn't have the cloak and he took so much damage from the spells since reactive armor is not very helpful against that. Guess he'll be regretting that decision.
Oh well. Well, that was then. What we have right now is what we have. Miracle has got his Yasha finished. Oh, they've got the stun out onto the Phantom Lancer, but they skewer back Mu. He's going to pop off his BKB. This fight is going to start off. Zhou comes in. He wants to finish off the PL. If they can, they get it. Mega kill streak for Mu. Buyback from the Phantom Lancer. Tongfu managed to break up onto the high ground. RP has cooled down, however. Tongfu needs to be careful about not grouping up. More spam coming out. Beautiful Shackle Shot off the Illusion onto the Morphling. The spam continues. Chakram comes in. Miracle a little bit too far forward. Going to go down for the second time this fight.
Oh no, that's the Rex. Probably even 2 sides of Rex.
Middle tower has fallen.
Titan going to keep on trying to spam, but Tongfu making some headway.
Radiant's middle barracks are under
this
attack.
That's just the
Radiant's
Rex.
middle barracks
I think 2 sides of Rex, maybe even.
Yeah, they're going to keep on trying to throw out some shackles. Mu has this double damage. They get the 2-man stomp. ky.xy with the skewer back. Not going to be able to drop the RP. Sansheng doesn't steal the RP. They get the Dragon Tail off. He steals the skewer. But Mu just spamming that Dragon Tail button.
That was so greedy. He didn't want to drop his RP first. He tried to skewer back and then RP.
GG.
Then the Dragon Knight wasn't stunned anymore and got his Dragon Tail off him. That was GG. why are they playing so
Tong
passive?
Fu victory.
Man, they got into such a disadvantageous position from the start because of the way they are playing. It's not like anyone make any significant mistake. Maybe some of the RPs were airballed, but that wasn't even the main reason they were in a bad position from the start. It was like the playstyle issue.
Yeah, I mean, they put themselves in a position where they needed a 4-man RP into an Earth Splitter to win a fight, to win the game as well. Like, it wasn't even to get back to even. That was what they needed if they were going to have any chance whatsoever. So, yeah. Titan, well, not looking that crash hot. Looks like people have kind of worked out how to deal with the split push style, and I don't know if they're going to mix things up for the second game of this series.
Have to.
I think
They have to.
They have to. Or they have to find. Okay. Either maybe they just need to try it with, okay, it's 4 protect 1, but instead of protecting, you actually have the 4 heroes often ganking. Because some of the times that Titan have been really successful, it's because Ohio's on something like his Nature's Prophet for the offlane, and he just makes so much space. On the Elder Titan, I think he played well, but how much space can he create?
It's like they can't really gang with the Windrunner and the Keeper of the Light. They can't. How? They can't even rotate to get a kill on anyone apart from having too many heroes at the area. If they have too many heroes in the vicinity, it'll be obvious that a gang is happening. They can't really do that as well at the same time. So it's just very difficult for them to rotate if they want to prioritize on getting supports, which has a lot of spam but no real disable to kill heroes.
Yeah, so guys, that's going to wrap it up for this first game of this best of two-game set, whatever you want to call it. We're going to be heading into our final game of the day, which is also, of course, going to be Titan versus Tongfu. I've been Baseskip here, casting on behalf of Beyond the Summit. Again, if you'd like to leave me feedback, it's baseskipdota@gmail.com. If you'd like to support me at all, it's all under the name of Baseskip, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. Joining me, of course, was Winter, so I'll pass it over to him very quickly to do the usual social media plugs, and then we can jump ourselves into game 2.
You can find me at my Twitter, twitter.com/winterdota, or my Facebook, facebook.com/winter.dota.
Awesome.
Thanks, Basket.
Nah, no problem. So, thank you very much, guys, and we hope to see you for the second game of this set and the final game of the evening.